So if you've been shadow banned before or simply want to start a new channel and avoid being shadow banned at all, which is a not so good time, watch this video till the end because I'm going to reveal all of the secrets that me as a 7-figure YouTube entrepreneur have learned throughout the times of starting, countless channels, over 100 channels at this point, and being shadow banned many times along the journey. So yeah, first of all, who the hell is this guy and why should I be credible enough to actually give you advice when it comes to YouTube? The channel that you see in front of you here, House AI, this is one of my main channels that you can see here, is still active in contrast to a lot of the other guys here on YouTube who doesn't even have any active channels. This channel is still running with 38k views in the last 48 hours. It has earned 85 grand total revenue when it comes to ad revenue only. But if we actually look at some other income sources that I've started through this channel, you can see here on this Shopify dashboard where I sell digital products that I managed to sell for over $1.3 million in total revenue. And this is just of the store being open and actually operational for 1 year, right? It is consistently doing over 100k per month. So I would say, or won't say, that I know what I'm talking about. You can let me know in the comments if I'm not credible enough. But yeah. So also, I actually got awarded by YouTube for this specific channel for reaching 100k subs. You see that we're closing up to about 300,000 subscribers just on this channel alone. And keep in mind, I run over 10 channels and have in my entire career ran up to 100 channels, I would say, by this point. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this video will be about how to not get shadow banned, because to be honest, getting shadow banned, it kind of fucking sucks. It happens to everyone, even me, even the guys that are making crazy money with YouTube as well. It happens everyone. But there are ways to get around it, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So let's get into it. First of all, there's something called trust scores. This is just a concept that you have to understand. Trust scores, if you have a bad trust score, for example, you will be more prone and more likely to actually be shadow banned by YouTube. Since the trust score, YouTube looks at your channel's trust score, and then they determine if you have suspicious activity and if they should shadow ban you because they think you're a bot. So that is how shadow bans work. YouTube is trying to combat the amount of bots on the platform, and therefore they restrict the amount of traffic and views that you can get. So your channel is pretty much doomed to, like, from the beginning. So if you've ever posted a video that you think is super good, but it ended up getting 3 views in total, that is not because your content is shit. It is simply because you have been shadow banned by YouTube and they think that you're a bot, hence why they are limiting your views and your reach. So a high trust score is obviously good. I'm gonna get into in a minute how you can get a high trust score and what different channel types there are. But just to have it clear, like, trust scores is what determines if your channel will be shadow banned or not, and if you will get into the algorithm quick and actually get a big push by YouTube causing your content to go viral. So it's very important. And there are secret hacks to increasing your trust score, which I'm gonna get into. But first, like these channel types, this is something that you have to know as well, and why they are relevant, the different channel types. There are 3 main channel types that you have to know. All of them have pros and cons, but to recite it, there's fresh channels, edge channels, and there are pre-monetized channels. Fresh channels, just to go through them one by one. These are the channels that you have created on YouTube yourself, like yesterday. You just go onto the YouTube platform, you enter a Gmail, and you create the channel. This will have the lowest trust score, simply because they have no history on the YouTube platform. They will have a completely fresh algorithm, meaning that you have no past content, no past audience. It is completely fresh. That is actually not a con, by the way. That can be a benefit. But most importantly, they are free, right? So you don't have to spend any money to actually get a hold of a fresh YouTube channel. It is just what you create when you get onto the platform. So yeah, the reason why these have the lowest trust score is because you have no history on the YouTube platform. YouTube, they don't know if you're a bot or not, so they're simply gonna assume, depending on your activity. And in most cases, you will be shadow banned. That is just how it works. I have experienced a very high rate of shadow bans with fresh channels, but it is also tied to how many channels you have created in the past. So if it is your first ever fresh channel that you create, you still have very good chances of getting your first uploads to perform well. So keep that in mind. But then we move on to age channels, and these channels are basically just a channel that has been created in the past. For example, from 2005 is a very old one, 2009, 2015, 2020 even. Like all of those are age channels as long as they've been created in the past. So these have a medium trust score, and that is simply due to the fact, if you think about it, the channel has been around on the platform for a very long time. So YouTube trusts it more to push it when they actually publish content. And the most age channels have also posted videos in the past that have got some kind of traction. So YouTube will be more likely to give you that kind of, you know, push and making you feel like you're getting into the algorithm, giving you lots of views and actually a broader audience and viewership. And lastly, like, these are very affordable. If you look at some sites selling the H channels like this one, so this is a monetized channel actually. The H channel only costs $24.99, and this is actually a slightly expensive site for H channels, right? Most channels you can find for $10, $6, some of them if they're like the little bit lower end ones. But there are channels selling them for $25, of course, as well. So it really comes down to if you want to go with a more reputable source like this one, or if you want to go with the more shady things, which you might lose your money, you don't know. But after all, like $6, if you lose it, it's not that bad, right? So yeah, like they're very more affordable than pre-monetized ones, which actually leads us into those. Pre-monetized channels are expensive. If we actually go back to the website, you can see that monetized ones are $400. I think if you, yeah, they're out of stock right now. They come sometimes into stock, but high quality Western audiences are $500. So if you compare like how much an H channel costs to a pre-monetized channel, you can see that it's a very big difference. And if you're a beginner with a very limited budget, getting a pre-monetized channel is not the best option for you. You should rather spend that money on content creation and actually learning how to create content and get views. Since if you think about it, like if you are not able to get views on your channel, then it doesn't matter if your channel is already approved in the YouTube Partner Program and you will earn money from your first post, because if you're getting no views, then there's no money to be made. So that is what you should master first before you actually start getting into pre-monetized channels and purchasing those to kind of kickstart your journey like most of the professionals do. So yeah, like pre-monetized channels, they have the highest trust score, of course, because all of these channels have already existing traffic. They're already approved in the YouTube Partner Program, so you don't have to grind to those requirements. So they're already getting consistent views. Most of them, like some of them aren't, but they've been very active in the past, and therefore YouTube gives it a higher trust score and trusts it more on the platform, and your channel will be quicker to get a push into the algorithm and actually get rolling. So that's pretty much it for pre-monetized ones. There is a last con here that they can be punished by YouTube, but this is only if you actually purchase a channel that is botted or has fake engagement. Because what happens then is that YouTube might catch on to you having a pre-monetized channel that is faked engagement. It is not organically grown, and then they catch on to that and they punish the channel, causing it to not be a part of the YouTube Partner Program anymore, and that of course ruins the whole purpose of the channel. So it's very important that you buy it, if you're gonna get it, from reputable sources like the website that I just showed you, or other people that you really trust. Always ask to see the channel beforehand if you're purchasing it from private people, because otherwise you are putting yourself at risk to be scanned by some random guy on Discord, for example, and that is not a good time, especially if you're paying this much. So yeah, there are ways to avoid shadowbans, of course. I'm gonna show you this right now. Generally, you want to warm up your channel for 2 to 3 weeks, no matter what kind of channel that it is. And this will lower the risk of you actually being shadowbanned, because YouTube trusts your channel more. So I've actually started warming up this H channel that I have right here. What I would do in the regular day of warming up, I would just go onto the platform, see what I get recommended. Let's take this video, for example. See here.
What if I told you that there was an NBA
Boom.
player?
I would just watch this video for, watch the entire video. I would also watch more videos so that I kind of reach the requirement of 1 to 2 hours of watching content per day. And some of the videos you can leave a like on, some of the videos you can leave a comment on, you can even subscribe to some channels, like, okay, leave a like, nice. But very important, like if you overdo this and you subscribe to every single channel that you watch, you like every single video, or you comment so many comments, then you're actually putting yourself at more risk, because YouTube might think that you are a bot that just engagement farms accounts. So they will shadow ban you. So be very careful with this. Do not overdo it. Simply use the account like you would use it if you were a totally normal user, like if you're using this account for your personal like viewing. So yeah, like that is pretty much how you warm up. You just watch content, engage as a normal user, and do that for 2 to 3 weeks on end every single day, and then you can actually move on to the next step, which would be testing the shadowban status. However, I actually have some things to add for point 3 here. If you do have an old channel that you've already created on YouTube before, that you watch a bunch of content on throughout your days, just privately watching videos as you would, definitely consider using that channel, because it has already been naturally warmed up if you think about it. So that can be an option for you, actually starting out with that channel instead. But yeah, like testing the shadowban status, and this is a very important thing that you can do if you want to go the extra mile and make sure that you're not exposing yourself to any risk. And how you do this is by simply record a video with your phone, right? Record a video of you walking, of you, just record whatever video. You don't even have to show your face, right? And then you cut that up into smaller 5-minute videos or 4-minute videos, like you can see that I've done here. And then you just make that in CapCut, for example, or InShot, whatever editing software you want to use. You can make that in the 16:9 YouTube format, the aspect ratio, and just upload that to your warm-up channel. You will see what kind of impressions it does get. If it looks like this, you are shadow banned and you should just abandon that channel and start a new one. But if it actually gets impressions from browse features, or like it could also, yeah, browse features mainly, suggested videos also works, then it's a very good sign that you're not shadow banned. So yeah, that is essentially how you test if you are shadow banned or not. I hope this whole guide helped you a lot. This is the same method that we most of the time apply to our or to my students that I help with YouTube, and it is proven to work really, really well. Some people we have to go the extra mile and give them some extra knowledge, because yeah, YouTube is very different for all kinds of channels and niches, but this is essentially the same method that people ITs use. So if you for any reason would like more help with YouTube, either check out more videos on the channel here. Also leave a comment of what you want to see. I'm an open book. I want to create content that is valuable to you guys. So if you have any specific topic in mind, definitely leave that. But if you feel like you need actual professional help throughout every single step of your journey, I of course have a pretty intuitive coaching program that you can join. We only take on a few people per month, but you can definitely apply and test your luck if you're someone that we might be able to work with. So awesome. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.